And we're live.
We are. Hello, friends. Uh,
Oh,
good
how's
Saturday morning slash evening, maybe, depending on where you are.
good
Good
time?
day.
Good goodness me.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
goodness to you. You're all the goodness.
I wish goodness upon you. Do you see that our sub count went up
Did
without
it?
us looking? It snuck up. You
Oh,
sneaky guys.
I did not notice.
I did last night. Like I was checking Jen's thumbnails, which are actually pretty fire.
Yeah. Oh, I saw this morning. I put on our episode.
It's good, right?
Yes.
See? There we go. Oh yeah, speed chat.
Speech hat.
Fresh. You know what to do.
Hello world.
There it is.
Well,
Now it's a stream.
yeah. Now we can hear all the people.
Live streams on full screen. Now we just gotta let people know.
Yes. Which unfortunately is also your job.
No, what I can do is I can open it and you can do it.
Fair enough.
I can just delegate.
He's the boss. He do the delegate.
Yeah, that's me.
The boss.
Here, okay. I'm trying to evacuate my lungs, apparently. At some point, my brain will turn on, right?
I'd like to think.
I hope so.
I know.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Hopefully the food helps make brain go on.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm giving everything a shot, you know?
Yes.
Not what I wanted.
Well,
It looked like it bit you.
did a little. Just a little. Husband. Would you do the wet the sponges thing? Please. Please. Please.
Please wet the sponges.
Thank you.
What would you do without him?
Die.
Probably.
Homeless?
Arbitrary drawing time.
Of what?
Arbitrary drawing time. Just,
Of drawing time. I thought
yeah,
you said
just,
join time. I was like,
no, drawing.
what? It's
Drawing.
facial war paint time.
Yeah, I just don't feel well.
I'm sorry. I don't feel good either. I'm right there with you. Waking up was so hard. Oh my God. I was not prepared for how that was going to work. I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
Ugh. Why must I do it?
it's all the things.
Yeah.
Like I'm physically wrecked,
Mhm.
fatigued, and I'm emotionally wrecked. And I just don't want to. You know?
Yep.
That's where I'm at.
Here, yeah.
Which is good considering the episode.
Yeah.
Sponges.
Very true. Thank you.
Wasn't even like a bad night or anything.
It's hard to get up.
Yeah.
Hard.
Sometimes it just be like that.
True facts.
No, you're doing like touch-ups? Oh, you're shaping your nose.
We'll see what
Clever.
happens. I don't know what will happen. I've not done this normally.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow.
I didn't even do that one. I almost apologized to you.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
But I'm sorry. I didn't do it. It wasn't me
No,
this time.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Ah,
Breathe, man.
it'll stop. When I stop.
You're not allowed to stop? Like, you can stop coughing at any point. You just can't. You just are not allowed to just stop, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
I have heard as much.
Hmm.
Interesting. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah.
It's like sad, Mr. Miyagi.
He's so sad.
Yeah. Not to be confused with yeah.
Right.
Krieg.
Greg! God,
Woo!
Oh,
how are you?
I'm
yeah.
I'm such a mess right now.
Oh,
Sorry for you.
Yeah,
us too. Yeah,
but I can laugh about it, so
that's
that's
good.
okay. How are you?
Surviving,
Yeah.
trying,
Trying.
trying to surviving.
It's been a rough morning.
Yeah.
Okay, now I don't hear you anymore.
Uh-oh. That's weird.
Hmm.
What happened?
Blah, 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 blah.
Can you hear us now?
Discord's picking us up.
Huh.
Will you check the stream real quick?
Yeah.
On your phone?
You're gonna have to talk.
Okay. Maybe?
Uh,
Is that better?
Can you hear us?
yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's also my Wi-Fi or my Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's always fun. Discord's been such a pain lately.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
How did
Yeah.
the Christmas live stream go? Like I watched the first 1.5 hours.
Oh, it was really fun. We
No,
had a
it
good
was
time.
it was a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah. You were so creative, and I so much wanted to be there like the whole time, but
No, we
I
get it.
wanted to hop on a bit earlier, but I had a total meltdown.
Oh,
And
Don't blame you.
yeah.
so,
Yeah, no worries.
yeah.
This is
How have you been since Christmas?
We paid for Christmas a
Yeah,
lot. Like
trying
the
to
stream
recover.
Mm,
and then Christmas Eve and then Christmas was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
And then I got really sick.
Oh, Karina, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
just remembered.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Do you appreciate it that I call you out in
Yes,
front of
I
everyone?
do. I do. Chris called me out already. He called me out in the episode from last week. So the one that came out today.
We had tons of
Yeah,
people over too, so
yeah.
Yes.
I watched
Funny.
that already, like
Oh, good.
most.
What did you think?
I like that one.
It's a good one. Or at least I think
Yeah, and it was like uh, very on point again for my life. So
Yeah.
we have like weird seasons of everybody's in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh-huh.
It's been a rough week, so today we're going to do an episode about griping.
We're just gonna whine a lot.
Yep.
It'll be
It's going to
fun.
be the complain-a-thon.
Yes.
Nice.
Because we've said before, like, feel your feelings, make it a moment, and move on.
Mhm.
So we're going to have our moment. We're going to take the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it our own.
I'm excited.
Make it a mess.
There we go. I'm starting to feel better.
That's good.
It was Craig. I just needed a Craig to jump on.
Yep. And some food. Food helps.
Nah, food's
Yeah.
not my friend.
That is fair.
Oh,
I buy these tiny packages of like fruit puree for babies and small children. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
That's my go-to food right now
It's
when I
smart.
can't.
It's a safe food.
I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, nothing's been happy.
No. Bodies are angry and they're just the worst. And so we're gonna whine about it today.
Mm-mm. Bruh. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks of basically recovery.
Yes. Well, and then I had to go back to work last week,
Oh yeah,
and that was a lot. But not too bad.
good outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a bad week. And I knew I wasn't in that much trouble when they were like, "Yeah, you want extra stuff to do?" And I was like, "Okay, so we're not like on the verge of firing me. That's nice."
No,
Which, like, logically, I knew was
someone
probably
raised
the
alarm
case, but
bells, and then they had to react accordingly.
yeah.
Is what it seems like.
hmm
Mm.
Well, and every one of them were like, "This should not have happened the way that it happened. We weren't here. We couldn't intervene until after the fact." And then they were like, "You talked to the wrong person." And I was like, "Oh, I learned.
Yeah,
I'm aware now."
Mm. That sucks.
And you would think it wouldn't be like, you'd think it would be a good idea to like go to the nurse when you're having a hard time, right? Not our nurse.
no, nope.
She liked the drama. Well, she was the one who was like, I knew she wasn't super educated on what I was going through because she was the one who was like, "Well, I've only seen like Butrans for people who have cancer." And I was like,
Really?
"Okay, interesting."
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, "Nah, no."
Hey,
Who dat?
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
Veronica.
Hi, friend. You back.
Hello.
How's it going? So, Krieg, this is the friend we made from India during the Christmas stream.
Oh, awesome. Hi. Welcome.
Indeed. Krieg is first of the Pains,
Yep.
Yeah.
and our record
So let's
keeper,
say.
our
all good.
archivist,
What about you? You remember me.
of course. We're doing okay. How are you today? You're up pretty late, huh? Or no? What time is it there now?
It's about 12 hours apart,
Okay. Yeah, you're up late, but
I think, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up every time. Time doesn't mean anything to my brain.
Now I have to know.
It's 11 p.m.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
see?
it's not super late.
No, it's not like the other day
Yeah.
during the stream when
I
it was
know.
4 a.m. for him.
Studying.
Yeah.
For me, it's 6:30
Mm-hmm.
p.m.,
So
of course.
7,
Mhm.
Otherwise, I
ahead.
wouldn't be functioning.
Yeah. Like it's too early, go
I
to bed.
can't.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Could you imagine if we did something that early?
No. I wouldn't be here. I would be late perpetually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So,
Hmm.
I-
There we go.
okay.
So how are
At
things?
what days you come live?
We do Saturdays and Fridays. Fridays and
Friday.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Friday evenings here and Saturday mornings here.
Yeah.
Mountain time.
Yeah. Because then we record our podcast after we do the morning lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed how
Oh, nicey.
consistent you manage to do this.
Us too.
No joke. Like
Yeah.
our weekend.
Yes. It's funny when I tell people about it, they're like, that's like another job. And I'm like, yeah, but I like this one.
Yeah,
That I don't like my job. But
because
I
you
like
don't
this
have
one
to
much
deal
better.
with random people like the nurse.
Exactly.
just me.
I don't have to deal with people who don't
Yeah.
understand what it's like to be ill.
I've been lying this whole time, actually. I'm pretty much perfectly healthy. I've just been mirroring you. I'm really good at mirroring.
The
Mirroring me
ultimate
unconsciously.
gaslighting.
You're right.
It's like we're both crazy, actually. None of this is real.
Yeah, you've never been in pain in your life.
Oh.
Oh my god, this is like the exact storyline. Okay, no, I don't want to spoil you if you didn't
What is
watch
it? What is
the series.
What series?
Dirk Gently's
Oh,
Holistic
yes.
Detective Agency.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is
Dirk
Okay, you
Gently's Detective
remember
Agency.
the plot
Oh,
twist?
okay.
Yeah.
You can tell me, I probably
Yeah,
won't
that
watch it.
hit so hard. I love that series. It's like one of my favorites ever.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Also read the books.
Oh, nice.
And that one hit hard,
Oh
but
no.
I like how they dealt with this
Mhm.
theme. Because one of the like not main characters but side characters,
Yeah.
he has a pretty fucked up disease
Mhm.
that it's not real, but it's like she just gets intense like not visions, what the word? Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
hallucinations
Yeah, hallucinations.
Yeah.
and pain.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like suddenly she plays
Oh,
the
nice.
drums, suddenly the drumstick is a knife in her hands and she feels the pain, or
Oh,
suddenly she
no.
feels like she's drowning, like really intense.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
And then
Let's see.
stuff unfolds. Okay, I'm rambling right
Oh.
now, but
What?
No, I appreciate it.
No, and I can still hear you mostly. So we're good. I just
Do you know the band The Rasmus, Krieg?
the Rasmus,
Yeah, it is just a
are
random.
they like from the 2000s?
Yes, they're from the 2000s.
Like something rings a bell. Now I have a picture in my mind, but I don't remember a song.
Okay.
In the Shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that I know that like hits hard because I knew it when I was younger.
Yes.
And then I forgot it existed.
Yes.
Yeah. Who brought it up?
Yeah, I
again?
forgot
Radriga.
that existed.
Radriga.
Radriga was in a documentary, a Dutch documentary, and they use that as the main theme song.
That's so cool.
And I was talking about the Rasmus last week, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, I know all about that." It's like someone knows, because no one here knows. Are you kidding? Like if I bring up the Rasmus, they're like, "What?"
Where are they?
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I definitely know them from way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish.
Some time ago, I
Okay.
found my old MP3 player
Yeah.
and I made it work again.
Yeah.
And the first song that was on there was Cute Without the E. Do you know?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so funny.
That's
Of
so
course, it would have
2000s.
been the first song
Yeah.
I would put on my
Oh, man.
MP3 player.
I did that a while ago. I found my college MP3 player,
Oh no.
and it was
Yeah.
very, very
It's dark.
dark. Yeah.
It's dark. I found my the iPod Shuffle,
Mm-hmm.
the square one.
Yeah.
I found that a while back and listened to it and I was like,
Oh
"Oh
my God.
yeah. Oh yeah."
It's
We
like we
should
were all
make a
going through something.
Spotify playlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
The oldies and the feelies.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, but
perfect.
we
It's
really
perfect.
should make a Spotify playlist with the music review
Agreed. That's a great idea.
songs. Like,
Mhm.
I know it's work.
But
Maybe
it's
when
really
I'm
smart.
procrastinating sometime, I will try to do it.
There you go. That's a good idea. I like that. We have a few that we need to get to.
Yeah, we have a bunch of music reviews that we want to do.
Yeah. Do you know Ren? REN, the artist? Krieg?
I don't think so.
So he has Lyme disease and mast cell activation and some other like autoimmune stuff. And so his music is very, very relatable
Very.
for us.
I think you would get a kick
Yeah.
out of it.
It's really good. And so I listen and I'm
Okay.
like, wow, you understand illness and chronic illness and the frustration
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the pain.
Oh, I have this one song. I think it's already in the music review, and I keep coming back to it because it's like, it's not really sad, but it just, it's like kind of wavy,
Yeah.
slightly uplifting music, but
Yeah.
the song just gets me because
Yeah.
it goes like it's called As I Try Not to Fall Apart, I think.
That
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
And it's like, why every morning must I try not to fall apart?
Oh, yeah.
And it's that was my go-to song for the whole last year when I was feeling like
Yeah.
stuck.
It's hard. It's hard to find like relatable music when you're going through something so specific.
Mhm.
But it's nice when the artists are also on board with the hi, everything is hard because we're sick.
Yes. Yeah.
No joke.
And everything's funny because we're traumatized.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. Like the Venn diagram of
Everything.
trauma and
Yeah.
illness is
Yes.
ridiculous.
I was thinking about it because we were all cracking up over my new problem.
Oh yeah,
yesterday, and I was
yeah.
like, it has to be funny.
I don't know.
It is.
Did you watch the live from yesterday at all, Krieg?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm so far behind on everything.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to give the news. This isn't my story to tell.
So my guts fell out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
When?
That's
How? What?
2 days ago. And then since then, I've just been like, my pelvis hurts a lot. And I'm unhappy about it because everybody I've talked to is like, yeah, no, you
Surgery.
need surgery. And I was like, I'm not doing that right now. I refuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Oh
so
no,
happy.
that's like happy birthday. Here's your
Exactly. It
guts.
was the day before my
What
birthday when
the
it
fuck?
first happened. And I was like,
What?
oh my God, what
What
is
the
going
fuck,
on?
Karen?
Yeah, I was
Karen,
not
that's not
happy.
a birthday present.
Right? Not appropriate, Karen. It's not about you. Come on.
Oh man, it
Yeah.
was so messed up.
Oh fuck
So
that.
If you
Okay.
don't know, my body's name is Karen because she's horrible.
And mine's Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, Ezekiel.
Yeah, because of memes. Oh, just I can't. She texted me, and I was like, "No."
Yeah. That's
Not
like,
just that. I texted you at a time.
I may have been trying to do the same thing as she had just done. I didn't
I
though.
freaked him out.
She scared me into not doing it. I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep my insides inside me
yeah, for now.
for
You
now.
can
Well,
It's
test
not my
it.
time. I'll get there eventually."
That's how I feel about most things with me,
at
anyways.
least
I'm
you
like, I don't
didn't
have my
try to
symptoms
one up
yet.
each other this time.
Exactly.
That's
We had
yeah.
that conversation and that joke too.
It's because it was her
Like,
birthday. Where am I to like ruin her birthday?
see, now you understand.
Yeah. I'll just ruin my son's birthday.
Yeah, that sucks. is there anything besides surgery you can do about it?
Nothing permanent. So there's like I can manage it, and it's not emergent, so I don't have to like go to
No.
the ER and go to surgery.
hmm
I just have to
Mhm.
like figure out how I'm going to schedule that to get it done
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, Ruth gave us a lot
Eventually.
of resources and things to prep for and things to think about. And
Yeah.
it was really good. She
Things
felt
to
there's a
Ah,
book.
yeah, now this makes sense. Like she tagged you with the gut stuff, but I didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
understand that it was like this huge thing.
The context, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, Jesus, why? Why now?
Yeah.
Not over break when I had time. No. And I'm supposed to be
I'll
taking on extra duties at work this quarter.
Mm.
okay, but not when you're recovering from fallout guts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
You, yeah.
I I don't
What? You're fine. You're fine.
it's I feel bad, but I needed to tell somebody the funny, crazy story in the worst way. Does that make sense?
Oh,
And it was to
okay.
people that are like, so Jen has like 3 people that she plays games with like every day, and they role play together.
Oh no.
And so I was telling Jen, because you didn't get a chance before you left, so I was telling Jen about it, and then they got on, and I was like, I heard a what, and I was like, I yelled at the top of my lungs so they could hear me. My sister's blank fell out of her blank,
Amazing.
and they were like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yep."
Yep.
And then apparently they didn't realize I had EDS,
Oh.
so there was a lot of like, one of them's an EMT.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, "Wait, what? Let's
That's
break this
funny.
down. Let's fix this." And it was like, "No, it's EDS, man. You can't."
Yeah, there is no fixing
no
it.
fixing.
And I talked to Kaiser on
Try
the
streaming
chat.
games someday.
I agree,
Yes,
Vartica.
we should
I
do
think
that.
that would be a fun thing to do.
But I talked to Kaiser and they were like, "You're too young for that." And I was like, "EDS." And he goes,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you're absolutely right." And I was like, "Yeah."
I was thinking that we could do over the summer like a gaming stream day.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like, cuz we'll have time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that could be fun.
That would be fun.
We could do like games with people, or we could just do games people could watch, and you know what I mean?
Yes. We're gonna have to bring back Cards Against Fantastic Pains
Yes.
like soon. 'Cause
Yeah, I want to play
it was
that
funny. It
Yeah,
was
so much.
hilarious.
that turned out so good.
Friends with goddess.
Yes,
So
S.
funny. Yes.
Vartica, I appreciate
That's so good you agree to all of us.
Yes.
you.
Yes. But yeah.
Get an absurd raid going, like do a like full ranking run or something.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, I would
my
love to do
Discord
that.
sucked.
Oh no. What happened?
Austin just started streaming too, so like we could get a
Is it
whole
not
bunch of
working,
streams
Creek?
going.
Oh, yep, dropped off again. Bummer.
Craig will be back. Yeah. I wonder if it's the server that's giving you issues. Like,
Might be.
Yeah, might be. I don't know, but
on our end, you sound good.
okay.
Let's see. There we go.
Oh,
Sorry,
I have
fighting with my
soundboard
eyes.
sounds. I want to use the sound. This might be really loud, so brace yourselves. But I
Okay.
want you to tell me in the nice way what happened to you, and then I'm going to use the sound.
Oh, okay. So how would you like to do this?
Just YouTube safe, like we did yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, my guts were no longer inside of my body. And they fell out of me, and it was very sad. And I
Now my
cried
comments are not getting deleted.
amazing. Yay!
Sorry,
I know we see you
I had to
today,
do the "I will remember
which
you."
is exciting, Vartica. I'm excited about
My
that.
oopsie doopsie sound.
That's so great.
I do that when Austin dies in GMs.
Yep.
I bust that one out.
Does it make him mad?
No, he loves it.
Good. I was gonna say good either way.
Yeah.
It would have been funny the other way. But
He programmed all the rest of them too. They're really annoying.
nice.
They're perfect.
Ooh, better idea than the Rat King run. Full Ghostbusters run.
Oh, that would be fun.
They're talking about Destiny right now.
Austin wants to do this sounds fun but horrible at the same time. He wants to do like a basic like randomized raid. Like choose one at random and then do randomized dim loadouts.
That's a like fun idea.
That's fun but painful, right? Like it's like I would do that just to see if we could do it, but especially with how much trash is in my vault. I'd have to
They're
clean it up
speaking a
first.
different language.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I mean, I get it. I know.
You talk about teaching. What do I know about kids in school? Like I ever was a kid or in school.
I don't know any kids.
Yeah, I don't know any kids.
Never met a child. Are they even real?
Watch both of them come down right now. Oh, hi guys. Love you.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, my body is being a horror right now,
Yeah.
and I'm not happy about it.
Mhm.
And it was weird because, like, before I discovered this new trick, I was sitting out on the porch in my like hammock, and I just felt this really weird sensation, and it felt like my guts were sliding into my pelvis.
Yeah.
And lo and
Ah,
behold, that's what happened. So
ah,
that's fun. He's like, dang it, why?
Yeah.
So now I got to figure out
that
how to like
sucks. So,
make appointments and talk to the right people, and
yeah.
I don't want to. This is like the least dignified thing I've had to do ever.
Remember Ruth also said to look into like what could possibly go wrong.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know
So
that
that we
freaks
know the
you out
symptoms.
more than like
No,
Exactly. I like that.
like strangulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The symptoms of the bad things.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yep. It is the thing. It's a thing.
On a serious note, Krieg, I'm glad that you're feeling better, or at least
Better-ish.
more. Yeah. I don't know if you're better. It's like how do you say you're better from trauma? You don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was
You went
The
through it
thing
this week
is,
too.
I was worried about you.
oh, I'm sorry. You were
Oh,
very,
never sorry.
but
Those are the
yeah,
rules,
okay.
remember.
But I have to say it.
But we love you and we care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Same.
It's hard.
Yeah,
Oh.
I had a whole new level of I don't know if I should go on this deep dive and if it's okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before Christmas, like a week before Christmas or
Yeah.
something or two, I thought to myself, okay, my sister has a daughter, she's 5.
Yeah.
She's on the autism spectrum and she's like basically nonverbal, but
Mhm.
she's awesome, she's funny, she's
Yeah.
getting better and better in communicating, and we are
Good.
getting better in communicating with her.
Good.
Okay. My sister also has a way older son, and he just turned 14, and we've been on and off talking
Yeah.
about this for the last couple of years, that I said I'm pretty sure has like ADHD or something
Yeah.
like this. And then before Christmas, I prepared myself to, okay, I'm gonna do some Googling
Yeah.
because I want to talk to my sister again and tell her, hey, I think maybe the teenage boy
Yeah.
does not quote unquote only have ADHD. Maybe he's also on the autism spectrum, because
Oh yeah.
lots of this checked out from me. And I was
Yeah.
like, I want to talk to her. She's great. I love her. But Yes, Vartika.
Shall I try coming on Discord if you don't mind?
Absolutely. And did you get the
Yes.
roles figured out, right?
Mhm.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, Doggo should have figured it out.
Right.
So yeah, so you were telling sister that
Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk to her about that, and she's open and she's doing a really great job in
yeah,
trying the best for her kids and
yeah.
Yeah.
educating herself. Okay. I'm sorry, this is like
No,
a
you're
whole
fine.
thing.
You're
No worries.
Okay, so then I Googled that because I was like, I
You
don't
want to have
want
like
to
yeah,
go through his
like most of the
puberty
teen years.
and
Yeah.
developing more like depression and anxiety
Yeah.
symptoms and stuff.
Right.
So I educated myself a bit more about the like quote unquote higher functioning
Yeah.
autism spectrum, like what used to be called Asperger's.
Right.
And then I thought like, it's like if I think the son has it too, and I thought maybe my sister could also
Mm-hmm.
have some signs of it because
Yeah.
she also had a speech development issue when she was a small child and so on. I
Right.
feel like I told you this on Christmas.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Okay. But then I thought, like, the moment when I realized, like, it was like a punch in the guts. I was like, oh, sorry, pun not intended.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my dad, we all have gone no contact
Yeah.
for over 10 years. I was like, all of this makes way more sense if he was
Yeah.
autistic. Like he literally had a messy flat. He broke contact to all his friends. He had like to plan everything in great detail, and he had like
Like the
I
tendencies.
don't know
Yeah.
OCD
Yeah.
tendencies, and was so insecure in also the contact with us.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense. And then I was like, wait a second. Like,
Oh no.
I talked a lot with friends of mine about how I show some signs of ADHD, but then
Yeah.
again, could be trauma. But
Right.
then again, I was freaking weird as a kid already.
Me too. Yeah.
And now I thought back and I like frantically dug up all the websites on the internet and especially about how uh, um, ASD in women and girls is so much
Yes.
overlooked
It looks
because of
Yeah, 'cause it's a
the
very
lot
gender
different.
different.
bias.
Yeah.
And I did the tests that were, of course, all like saying, hey, this is just
The
blah, 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 blah,
screeners. Yeah.
blah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it could be an indicator.
Mhm.
And like on some of them, I scored like way higher than I would have thought. And
Mhm.
now I'm trying to process this while finding out like over Christmas that
Yeah.
I'm way more sensitive to sounds and light than I would have thought,
Yeah.
even though I'm very aware of it all the
Yeah.
time. But like I had literal meltdowns, and now I'm like thinking about maybe they could be autistic meltdowns. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a whole new thing to wrap my head around and
Yeah.
think about.
There
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
so that's been going
absolutely
on.
yeah, there's absolutely a genetic link. The other thing too is that like autism and ADHD I fully believe, as a sped teacher, I fully believe it's all the same spectrum.
Yeah.
I think that they are all
Mhm.
on that same sliding spectrum with different severities of different groupings of symptoms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because there are like we've been through this where we're like there's tendencies that
Oh,
you
yeah.
look at them alone might be autism, but within the context of other things
Yep.
might be just ADHD. But then you have
Mhm.
also you can have ADHD and autism together,
Mhm.
which is just that
Yeah.
same like double grouping of
Yeah.
symptoms, which is really interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting because Jen had the same revelation
Mhm.
when we started looking at ADHD stuff, when she acknowledged that she might have ADHD,
Mhm.
like because her mom relented. And then recently Jen remembered that she was actually tested for ADHD and autism and scored that she was in both.
Yeah.
Especially back from the 90s, like it was two separate things, right? So
Right.
she got diagnosed with
Oh,
both, and her mom denied that they even existed. Her
Mhm.
mom freaked out because of the connotation at the time.
Yes.
okay.
So
Anyways.
Jen's been coming to terms with
Yeah.
the fact that she has autism, and like it's helped her a lot because now she can manage the overstimulated moods
Right,
and
because you can identify it
yeah.
and be like, okay, well, we need to turn off
Yeah.
some of the stimulus.
Hmm.
And now, but now I'm like scared to try and get a diagnosis or a
Right,
non-diagnosis.
right.
Yeah.
Because what if it's not that? Then
Yeah.
I
No, I
don't
get
know.
that.
It's so hard to get diagnosed as an adult in the States, at least. I don't know what it looks like for where you are, but God, here it's you get diagnosed early or you self-diagnose and live like that.
Well, get diagnosed as a boy early.
Yeah.
Right. What'd you say?
Does Germany use the DSM?
Does my husband's asking if Germany uses the DSM.
Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm
Okay.
so bad with remembering
Right.
Me
uh,
too.
the names. So
Yeah. Well, and if it's something you've just recently started looking into,
Right.
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
And especially the fear of it being not diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of things that had I approached like, oh, I think I figured something out about myself. And then
Had someone shut you down. Yeah.
right.
No, nobody wants that.
Oh,
It's a hard thing to
yeah,
deal with.
Huh.
Huh. My
There
husband just goes, huh. Which means he's learning
uses
something.
the ICD.
ICD.
ICD. Okay.
Evidently, there's a lot of discrepancies between the ICD and the DSM.
I mean, it would make sense. The DSM is a disaster.
oh no.
But there's another criterion already in use worldwide
Really?
that we are not adopting.
What? Well, yeah. We're the States. We don't want to be caught up. What are you talking about? You want us to pretend like we're the best and we could do no wrong, and then we'll be behind everything. I'm not bitter.
No,
I just
not
live
really.
here,
It's not like you live in this world,
right? Messy, messy world.
Did you try and get in Vartica? Like, is it
Yeah, I
still
don't know if
fighting
it's
you?
working or not.
The ICD is
Ah, yeah.
updated quarterly.
The ICD updates quarterly. I hate this country. It's terrible.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was on and off Discord right now, but
we were just
I
looking
think
up
I'm back.
the criteria that gets used where you are and in the UK or in Europe and then worldwide
Mhm.
and realizing how behind we are.
Okay. That
The United
sucks.
States is we're terrible. We don't want to advance. We just want to keep pretending we're the best. And I'm like, we're not. Stop it. We're kind of
Hmm.
awful, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of awful. The problem
Like
is we know.
Germany
Yeah.
is really awful too in lots of ways, but healthcare system is okay.
Hmm.
but has its own.
Not able to join.
That's so weird.
I wonder if it's a
Vartica, I
country
wonder
thing.
why.
I'll do some research over the next week about that for you, Vartica.
Yeah. We'll
I want you
figure
to be able to join and talk.
Yeah.
it out. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that would be.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about how the United States is terrible and how we think we're awesome and we like to pretend that we're awesome, but in reality, we're like 90% of the problem.
I get offended when you say we.
This country, our government.
Yeah.
RW, so sweet of you.
We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, he wants you to be able to join, and so do I.
I was gonna
He
say
just
just
knows
me.
how to make it happen, and I don't.
Right. I can figure something out, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's really weird. I wonder why that is.
Oh. But yeah, I'm glad you're here today, Krieg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to. I missed you.
We missed you.
Mm-hmm.
And like from SPED perspective, like the self-discovery is the important part. The like being able to put context to your experience of the world is the important part.
Mhm.
But also like having
Yeah.
it on record helps with like accommodations and things like that.
Right.
So it's hard.
Yeah,
Either way,
that's
it's
what
hard.
I'm worried about because I'm like
Yeah.
not working. I'm supposed to finish my PhD.
Yeah.
It's like nearly there. I haven't done anything in the last year. So I'm like scared that I'm gonna have to rely on
You into coding
disability.
or something.
Oh.
You can even share that with us.
Some of us are into coding.
Oh. Yes.
But yeah, I
some
get
of them
that.
are.
There's like that pressure because it's what you're supposed to be focused on, but then the struggle with
Right,
getting it done
right.
and
Well, and the pressure to like be productive
Mm.
when
yeah.
in fact you're ill. But the world
Yes.
doesn't seem to care that much.
It's really hard to like take that into consideration.
Yeah.
It like personally, like to be like
Have autism, ADHD, and a whole bunch of other disorders grouped into the same umbrella.
Yeah.
The pervasive developmental disorder.
pervasive developmental disorders. Okay.
Which means it's literally just
Mhm.
how your brain forms itself. Which makes perfect sense because I think OCD falls in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are the other ones? Because it's like autism, ADHD, OCD.
That's it. Other child degenerative disorder,
I don't know what that one even is.
overactive disorder associated with mental retardation or stereotype movements.
Oh, like Tourette's? Are we saying Tourette's is in that same grouping?
Oh, that makes sense,
I mean,
doesn't it?
Yeah. I could see it.
Doesn't it?
yeah,
Like
That's
tics,
very interesting.
stimming,
yeah,
different
Yeah.
processing of
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, and it's interesting too because you see Tourette's a lot in like seizure disorders too,
Right.
where it's like a precursor to
Mm.
seizure disorders. So that's really interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
God, I'm gonna need to just like order a copy of this and just read through it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much different than the DSL.
That's so cool. Thanks for like
I
deep
love your
diving right in.
curiosity. Yes. Do you want the mic out, Rand?
Oh, sure.
I mean, if you wanted to talk.
You don't have to, but you could.
Assuming we didn't tangle it up too bad.
Hide it.
Karina.
I said hide it, not I did.
You did. You said I did.
I said hide it.
You said I did. Yeah. You. Culpability.
Welcome to the sibling podcast.
Sibling time. Siblings.
This is my brother.
This is my sister. This is my sister. I don't know. You could be my sister if you wanted to.
I mean, yeah, I figure I
You could
could.
be whatever you want.
Thank you for giving me permission. All right,
So
and
welcome.
now unmute you. Oops, there you go.
There's my hubby. Okay.
Hi.
So tell us about what you're reading.
Ugh. So I've been reading the ICD, which is the International Criterion for Disease or
Yeah.
Disorder, one or the other, which is the internationally used diagnostic criteria. And it's just so vastly different from,
Our DSM.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's baffling. I have a master's in autism spectrum disorders.
Yeah.
And I had no idea this even existed.
Did you know sensory processing disorder didn't make the DSM? And that's why it's so freaking hard to like pin down.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, the DSM-5 has been in play for 10 plus years now.
Which is ridiculous. Update
Wow.
it. Update it.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
even CPTSD. CPTSD is not technically a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because
CPTSD is,
DSM-5
I
is
think.
10 years old plus. I'm
Yeah.
gonna. When
Yeah.
did the DSM come out?
The DSM or the DSM-5?
The DSM-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think CPTSD is very rarely known over here. Like, okay,
2013.
there are people, but it's
So
also just recently in the last
Ridiculous.
change of the criteria, CPTSD was added
Good.
Right.
Because we
to
don't even
the.
have that here. Like they don't.
Yeah.
The
But
Yeah,
that's
but you can
like
get
the
diagnosed
newest
with it.
change.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't been in there at all for the
Right.
last. I don't know.
Well, that's the weird part. Like practitioners know about it. They know what it is. They know its effects, but it's not an official diagnosis.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
as of April of 2023, the publishers have no plans for DSM-6.
Oh.
We
And
know everything. We're done.
internationally, like every quarter, we should be updating this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're 11 years old now and have no plans for a new one.
I just, in context, think about that. What was 11 years ago? Like, what was going on in the world?
A lot.
Yeah, but not.
Not as much as now, but
That was about the same time as the South Park episode where he had Asperger's.
Yes.
That's how long ago that was.
Wow.
well, and Asperger's, that was when it was removed, right?
Yeah.
Asperger's went bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And that was in part because it was like so like ubiquitous with the South Park episode at that point.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That
So
is.
there was pressure to change it when they released the DSM-5.
So we just need another
Still
South Park
just
episode
autism,
that'll
Yeah,
move
I
us
was gonna
forward.
say.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, they didn't update just autism when they did that. They updated everything.
Yeah.
But they did that 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
My tremor's kicking up. How am I going to do this?
Carefully. Stabilize.
Chaotically,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Chaotically.
It'll just be in a pattern.
Yeah. Like I loved Ruth's idea that you should place the
The tape.
patches.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tape in a pattern, so you will have like a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, I'm so relieved that went well though.
Which-
The patch
Mhm.
drama. with
Oh,
kids
yeah.
in general,
Ooh.
like
Thank God, get that out of me. And away from me and never again. And then my work was actually concerned. They were like, so if you ever do something like this again, let's get ahead of it. And I was
Yeah.
like, I won't be. And they were like, but what is your alternative? And I was like, suffer. And they were like, you can't just do that. And I was like, yes, I can.
like,
Watch me.
bro, come on.
Watch me.
Yeah.
That's good though.
They care. They're just not.
Well, there's bureaucracy, right?
Yes.
And other people
There's a
interfering.
lot of that.
Also, morning, doggo.
Morning, bud.
Ooh, Doggo.
Morning.
I thought you'd be sleeping.
No, too much on my mind to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I'm off tonight anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Good. You need to be taking a break.
Fair.
I only get 1 day off a week.
That's crazy.
Jeez. And it's all night shifts?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I didn't even get home till
I
about
messed
5:30
something
this
up.
morning.
Oh my.
Woke up at 9 to do some bullshit that didn't even pan out the way I wanted it to. So,
Oh no.
That's always fun.
Mm.
well, I got paid yesterday, and for some reason they couldn't deposit it straight to my account on my
Oh.
Cash App.
Yeah.
So they just printed me out a paper check. I went to 6 different places, and every single one of them need a physical copy of my ID. I have a copy of my ID, but not the physical
Physical
thing,
copy.
not the
Yeah.
physical card. And so I'm like, well, I'll just sign it over to my cousin, and then she can cash it for me. No,
Yeah.
they still need my ID for that
Really?
because it has my name on it. So $300
That
that I
sucks.
can't even use.
Jeez. You have an involuntary bank.
Jeez, yeah.
Guys, the
I don't
ICD
even
has
know.
their own thing for Ehlers-Danlos.
What did you say?
The ICD has their own thing for Ehlers-Danlos.
What do you mean?
The
Like criteria
yeah,
or
like it's very different than
Not the bite and score.
so it has, and this was updated in 2023. So this is fairly recent actually.
Okay.
But they have it split into what, 5 subcategories?
Yeah.
There's EDS unspecified, classical EDS, hypermobile EDS, vascular EDS, and other EDS.
yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
And then the criteria changed in 2023.
Okay.
We should do an episode on that.
Mm-hmm. That will be so
When are these
interesting.
music reviews gonna get released?
We were talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
Like we just need to get
Yeah.
it done already.
Let's shoot one today.
Let's shoot several today.
Agreed.
Yeah, maybe we should like coordinate and make a live session where we just review songs for 2 hours together, and then you
Yeah.
can
That'd be
cut them
fun.
up.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
We'd have to record at the same time too.
Not necessarily.
No?
No, I could just download the live after the fact. But I could record at the same time.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm getting boops.
It's just me.
Oh, okay. That just reminds me to turn off my boops. No more.
Enough with the boops.
No more. Boop, boop. God, now I'm doing
Right.
it.
Something's wrong.
This side is lower. The angle is lower.
Okay, so I need to just go up
Yeah,
like that.
like that.
I hope that worked.
Oh. But yeah, we do need to do music reviews. There's
Yeah.
so many songs I want to review.
There's so many. We're gonna do some Ren songs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one that that we need to talk about.
I just watched YouTube randomly showed me this short where Billie Eilish says that she has Tourette's.
Yeah.
That
It
does
just
not
comes
at
up.
all shock me. Not even a little
Was it the
bit.
David Letterman interview?
I think so. It was just like I saw a short
Yeah.
2
No,
hours ago. Don't ask me what it was exactly. It
Yeah, no,
was
the-
like
The one I watched, she was she had a tick during the interview, and he was like, "Oh, is there something in the air? Like, is there a fly or something?" And she was like,
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
just
yeah,
ticking because of the lights."
yeah.
And then
That
he
one.
apologized. He felt bad because he did what
I'm just
annoys her.
Yeah.
face blind and name blind, so
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't say if it was the Letterman interview. But yeah, the one with the fly that didn't exist. And he reacted so good.
He did.
Really.
Smart man.
Well, he even felt bad. Like, she was like,
Good.
and then people will point it out, and then he's like, "Oh, and I just did that."
Aw.
It's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
that's
and he
why.
asked if he could ask questions, and then
Exactly.
he
Yeah.
asked questions that weren't like annoying or disrespectful or like sensational.
Good.
No.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get
No.
what you're saying, but like making it something big that it's
Hmm.
yeah. No, I think sensational is like the right way to put that because like when celebrities come out and they're like, "I'm sick," people are like,
Yeah.
and you're like, "It's not that dramatic. Calm down."
Yeah. Yeah. And that also connects with what you said like way earlier, Chris, that that we ourselves forget to consider
Yeah.
how much we are impacted by being ill and being
Mm-hmm.
like having mental health struggles and all that, because
Yeah.
for us it's like all day every day.
Right.
Right. Well, and it's
Mm,
hard to give yourself grace when
Yeah.
you're not sure if you're like deserving of the grace.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
because it's like I sometimes forget that other people don't have no concept of what it feels for me, and that I forget that there are people in the world who
Who
don't
function
have
totally
so
normally?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, or like
And I don't
I guess most of them
understand.
repress problems, but
Yes. Yes. Well, and that's why like the big thing for us was like bring everything into the light.
Mhm.
Let's get like honest and real about stuff. Like I told you guys my guts fell out. This is the most undignified symptom I've had ever. It's horrible and I hate it. But also, like I don't want to feel alone with it and I don't want other people who might be going through it or have gone through it to feel alone with it.
Right.
And so we're going to normalize it and be like, yeah, this
See,
is just an EDS thing that happens sometimes.
I'm gonna be a
Sucks.
borderline villain on this part.
Go for it.
So
yeah,
you say open up, which I agree. Open up, talk about your problems, talk about this, because how else are you gonna solve them or get over them if you don't put them into the light? I agree.
Yeah.
But you have these people who are like, oh, talk to me if you need to or whatever, and then or so on and so forth, and then you talk to them, and then all of a sudden you're the weird kid, and nobody wants to talk to you because you got
Right.
all these fucking issues, and then they're like, oh, I don't really want to deal with that, so they just completely ghost you, and then you're the weird kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
I was the weird kid though.
I think
I know, and it
it's like
hurts, but
later in life we've kind of found people that are
Yeah.
of that, but it is hard to go through.
Right.
Like,
And you're like, why
yeah,
can't I connect the way I want to connect?
yeah.
When like you're
Hmm.
fighting everything being so shallow all the time. That was always my big thing. Was like if it was
mm,
shallow, I didn't want anything to do with it. I don't want to do small talk. I don't want to be like, "How are you? Fine. Oh, good. How are you?" No, I want to like if you're going to ask me a question, I'm going to answer you
Mhm.
yeah.
because it's exhausting
But it
to
makes
ask.
it so hard to open up again and again
Yeah.
when you've gone through these kind of reactions. Like
Yeah.
it leaves a lot of scars and a lot of anxiety.
Very true.
Not stop trying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that is very true. Well, and I think for me, like, and I've talked with my therapist about this a lot, where like I weaponize knowledge essentially. So if I put it all out there first, no one can hurt me with it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so that's always been like the go-to is like, if I put this out there, either you're going to run away, you're not going to know what to do, or you're going to be cool about it. And that's how I'm going to sort you.
I can't reach
But
it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You open it when you
But
get
I
home,
get
or
it.
not?
Can you
Other
check
people
to
are
see if
hard.
dog meat peed on Ginger?
Yes, I will. Did it look like it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Come here, Ginger. Come here, girl.
I think my dog just peed on my other dog.
Oh,
It was on this side.
That's a
What are you
dominance
doing?
move right there.
You got lucky,
Yeah.
Ginger. Well, Ginger was squatting, so dog meat decided to lift the leg.
oh.
Our dog is in a cone right now because her anal gland exploded.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Uh,
And then you have those people like, oh well, what's wrong? And then you don't know how to explain it because literally, like sometimes in your life, there's nothing that you like legitimately have to complain about. Like it's just like life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong. Life.
Usually
yeah.
my
But
go-to
Do
that's
is
you not
like,
like,
wake up every single morning? Do you not
yeah.
experience what we experience? You know, like
No, they don't.
it's
They don't though. That's the frustrating, annoying part.
mm,
Is that they
but
don't
we get it.
experience what we
Like,
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we do get it.
and it's always a very good reason to complain about life when you look around and see how fucked up
Yeah.
the whole world is
Right.
and the circumstances in which you
Mhm.
try to.
Mm-hmm.
I
I had
don't know.
lots of Palestine
Mhm.
conversations this week with coworkers, actually. That was interesting and weird. And like, there's so many of them who are like, I didn't even know that was going on. And you're like, now you do. Welcome to the club. It's horrible.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're fine. Stop.
And
Apologies.
it's as much as I do not want to talk about my problems and feelings to other people, I can't help it.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's part of
I'm
the
one of
search
those
for
people.
connection.
Yeah, well, like I'm one of those people that get way too comfortable with people. Like
Oh,
the other
yeah.
day, I met somebody. I've only known him for 3 days. I done told him half of my life story, and I've only known him for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I
Same.
do it.
Yeah.
It's the overshare.
Either that
Yeah,
or
overshare.
I'm too scared to do that because of reactions I got before, and then
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like too shy to
Yeah.
Right.
There is no in
connect.
between though. You're either oversharing or you don't share nothing at all.
That's
Yeah.
where I'm at, where I'm like,
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
you get nothing or you're gonna get it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are the options.
And it's even for me sometimes it,
Hmm.
when I have a lot of feelings going on,
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes I want to share so badly and I just can't. Like people I
Yeah.
trust ask me because they know something's like wrong or
Yeah.
bothering me,
Mhm.
and I
Like
try
my
to
friend
talk
Shayla.
but I just can't
Yeah.
find words and I don't really
Mhm.
know like what the problem is.
Yeah.
Like I do
I
know
have a
but
friend
I
who
can't
like
put it
that.
into words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep interrupting, and it's the lag. I say that every single time.
You're fine.
Hello.
But
Yeah.
Hi,
my friend
Rodrigo.
Shayla, she
Hi.
is like that, and she'll ask me, "Hey, what's going on?" I'll be like, "Why? What's like?" Sometimes I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, what's wrong?" And I go, "What do you mean, what's wrong?" She went, "You're shaking your leg."
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who pay attention.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
there tissues in here?
Yeah.
They're upstairs. I'll have Jen bring them.
Okay.
Or no, I have to have a kid grab them. Dang it.
Husband,
But yeah,
can
that
you go
conversation with the
get me like a
coworker the
paper
other day.
towel or some tissue or something?
He
Yeah, go
went,
ahead,
"Hey,
doggo.
you're
Sorry.
a funny guy." Yeah, it's okay. He went, "Hey, you're a funny guy." I go, "Thanks. It's all the trauma."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't have a
And then
personality.
that's how
I
that
have
conversation
trauma.
started.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no. And we were talking earlier about like it has to be funny. Stuff has to be funny if we're gonna survive
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like honestly,
I'm gonna go grab those tissues.
jokes and just being funny is literally the best medicine. Like,
Yes.
you know how I say laughter is the best medicine? No, I think being the one who makes other people laugh is the best medicine.
Yeah. No, I could understand that. Thank you.
Yeah, and like
Like, yeah,
laughing
uh
together. Also.
Yes, laughing
I
together is
made
the
this
big one.
person. Yeah, exactly. I made you feel the way I can't make myself feel. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That is the way.
There we go.
It's the
Thank
way.
you.
It is.
There we go. I forgot a
So
step.
I never told you guys the story. I posted it in the general chat, but I didn't tell you the story about it.
Okay, what happened?
Did you see that little GIF I posted about the confused dog? When like not
Yes.
really confused, but the one that's like looking back and forth about
Yeah.
the can of tomato juice.
Uh,
All right. So at work, if there is even the smallest of dents in a can, you take
Mm-hmm.
it off the shelf or don't put it up at all. Because
Okay.
ain't nobody gonna buy a dented can. I don't understand that. I'll buy a
Right.
dented can. It doesn't matter to me. But
Yeah.
whatever. Rules is rules. And this person, he kept putting dented cans up on the shelf. And
Mm-hmm.
the person who he was working with told him every single night, you can't do that. This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, not last night, but the night before, he just, I don't know if he was having a bad day or if he was just sick and tired of having to tell him every single day. But
Mm.
all I hear is from a few aisles down, what did I fucking tell you about putting up dented cans up on the
Oh
shelf?
no.
Are you stupid or are you just not listening? And then the person replied back talking about some bullshit, like, well, if you don't be talking to me like that. We can go outside if you really want to. And he's like, fine, let's go outside. I even got my camera ready
what?
because I
Oh my
thought we were
god.
going outside. Right. And
Wow.
So drama.
well, the night manager, he came up and he's an OG. He's an OG. He's like
Yeah.
76, 80 years old. He's an old man. But he gets it done. He's one of them men. It doesn't matter your age.
Yeah.
He's going to get it done. And he comes in, I don't want to hear a fucking word coming out of either of your guys' mouth. You go over to this aisle, you go over to this aisle, two completely sides of the store, and I don't want to see you two together again.
Good.
And then
Nice.
the person who put the dented cans up, well, it's and then that's all you heard because the night manager interrupted him. He's like, I don't want to fucking hear it. He goes, you're either gonna go to that aisle or you can go fucking home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
And
Handle
then
it like a
all I
boss.
could Yep,
Yeah.
all I can think about is that dog that's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to night shift.
Mm-hmm.
2 a.m. Everybody's tired and getting on people's nerves.
Well.
You should make like a little podcast yourself, doggo, where you're like, welcome to night shift, and then you just tell your
Yes.
funny
Night shift
stories
stories.
and
Perfect.
your
Oh, you know what?
disaster.
If I were to start a podcast, it wouldn't just be about night shift. It would be about everything, and I'll be the next Joe Rogan if I start a
You're
podcast,
like
right?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
I'd be on that podcast. Not on it, like listening to it. You know what I
Joe
mean.
Dogan.
No, you'll probably be on it too because you're part of my story, so you will be on it.
Nice.
Yes. Wonderful. I'm taking that. All right, let's see. Last steps. Here we go.
I went to a EDS meeting this morning.
Yeah.
It
How was
was
that?
well, I made new friends and
Yay.
humor and yeah, humor always works. But I also got bombarded with 2 hours of labor stories.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh no.
Uh,
I
I'm
actually went because the therapist that I saw like before I started the whole process of maybe I have ADHD.
Mhm.
She
mm,
pointed it out to me and she gave a lecture. So I basically went to listen to her.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
everything she was explaining I already knew. So I was like, okay, I'm basically here to just help others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. And it's weird to be surrounded by like 50 others that all have EDS.
Yes.
mm.
I bet. You're like, oh my God, we understand each other.
No joke.
They're all crunchy.
Yeah.
Where was that? Like, who did organize the event?
That's the
Mm.
Dutch EDS Society.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
then it's the
Yes.
part
Look,
from the province where I live. So it's like very local. It's like 20 minutes away from my house.
Nice.
nice.
That's not bad
And
at all.
they really told me, they talked me into going to a weekend. Apparently they organize weekends where it's just the people with EDS and no
That's
partners,
fun.
no husbands.
Oh, that's really
But I was
cool.
like, okay, I want to go, but I had two problems. One, how do I get there?
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's a 39 minutes walk from
Oh,
from the
wow.
closest bus stop, and I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Second problem is like weed is my painkiller.
Uh-huh.
It's like, how am I gonna do that? And I talked to a woman. She's like, just bring it with you. It's like, you're not the only one. It's like, oh my god, I'm not the
Yeah,
only one.
Exactly. I was gonna say, I bet you're not
yeah.
the only one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome, and I got confirmation in what type of
Yay.
wheelchair I'm actually searching for.
Oh, good.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's
it brought
huge.
me a lot. And the biggest thing was I was supposed to go with a friend,
Yeah.
but she bailed on me.
Ah.
And I was already in the taxi on my way there when she couldn't find it, so she went
Yeah.
back home.
Oh,
Ah,
no.
And I went by myself, and that's like a challenge that I took for myself for this
Yeah.
year to do things by myself.
Mhm.
But I was proud that I bought a concert tickets for the 1st
Yay.
of February. You know, I thought like I'm
Oh,
going alone
good.
to the theater. But
Yeah.
now I already went alone to the whole EDS thing, and that was like, whoa, I did it.
That's crazy.
That's cool
yes,
though.
Yay. That's awesome.
And that
that
was
is.
great. I was reading the Discord and I was like, oh, they're live. Oh, I'm late. No.
Yeah. Uh,
Also, Doggo, I answered to what you wrote
Oh,
in
you
the
did?
Discord,
Okay. I'll go
and I
ahead and
just
check that out.
I know, I'm
what?
like, I want to see.
No, yeah, okay. I mean, you can you can read it. I was just gonna say, like, seems like challenging something is like the theme of January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like taking on a challenge that's hard, but
Yeah.
then we can all be proud to just have done it.
Well,
Right.
like
Overcome.
to some people, a G, well, in my experience, to some people, a GED isn't that big of a deal. But to me, like,
Yeah.
school terrifies me because
Mhm.
I get so much anxiety and I
Yes.
get scared, and because you know, like and I'm not saying I am, but in my brain, I keep saying, "Oh, I'm too dumb for this. Why are you even trying? You
Yeah.
know, you're
Mm.
gonna fail anyway. So what's the point?" And then I get nervous about it, and then just it's a big old thing.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna yell at that voice for us and be like, "Stop being mean to my friend Doggo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop it." But also, Doggo, did you know I have a GED?
I did not.
I do. I was on the run and I did not do well in school just because I mean, it wasn't the intelligence part like you're saying. It was the fact that I was homeschooled until high school and then I had no like study skills. I had
Right.
no skill set for learning in that environment. And I hated school and I hated college. I hated it all. But I did. I went and I got my GED and it has served me just fine. And I don't think anybody's ever like I mean, not openly judged me or mocked me for it.
It'd be weird if they did,
Well,
honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be
Because
trying to get my GED right now if it wasn't for me telling myself that if now isn't the time to pursue what I
It'll
really
be
want to
never.
do,
Yeah.
then it would be never. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing myself, no matter how much I want to just give up, I'm pushing myself to do it because I want to
Good.
drive a truck.
Good.
And I can't drive a truck without a GED.
Which is weird to me.
It is, but you know, whatever. It's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
but I feel like no one should look down on this stuff because people just have to stay and motivate themselves and like he said, like don't give up so much more and
Yeah.
have to develop so much more skills only to get there that
Right.
they are way
Mhm.
more on more levels intelligent
But
maybe
I
than
would
Yeah.
I would much rather take on a Royal Rumble by myself versus everybody than do this shit.
and I feel like there should be way more like accommodations
Yeah.
for people who deal with anxiety or whatever struggles. Like,
Have you taken the
So
like practice tests?
yeah, I just finished it 2 days ago.
Okay.
I start taking the actual classes
Okay,
on the
good.
9th.
Nice.
And they said that the pretest is going to be able to put you in your level. So let's say
Okay.
I'm at a 5th grade math level. That's the level I'm going to be at.
Okay.
But I have a feeling I'm going to be the only person in my class when it comes to math.
How come?
Well, everybody else, they were, they were doing their math equations on a piece of paper because, well, the test is on the computer, but they
Yeah.
gave us scrap paper to, do the math with.
Right.
And I was watching people, and they're like, they're just having a good old time, writing down all the equations, doing this
Yeah.
and doing that. And I don't even know where to begin. Like, I do not
Oh.
know how to multiply fractions. I don't know how to divide. I just recently learned what a decimal really is. I've always known what a decimal is,
Yeah.
but I never knew what to do with it
Right.
until
mhm.
recently. And even then, I still don't know what to do with it.
Well,
When I can add, and even when I add, I count on my fingers, which there's nothing wrong with that. I know people who count on their fingers, a lot of
right.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well, and I was just gonna say, like, if you ever want help with like the studying or to touch like brush up on something, like I teach kids how to do this stuff from places where they're
mhm.
super behind or they've had really interrupted education. So, like, this is my jam. I'm good at this, and I'm good at the
Well,
math. And really, all you need is like algebra, right? I'm
well, I
pretty
don't
sure.
quite know yet. All I know is it's math. That's
Right.
all I know.
Randy,
That's
Because
it's
terrifying.
just algebra, right?
What?
GED is just algebra, like an
Algebra,
algebra level.
geometry, trig.
it's
Okay.
it's different in every state, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's national.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so but before we
Except
took
for
the pretest, the
Texas.
lady was like, when you get to the math, you're gonna get elementary equations all the way up to college equations.
Hmm.
So they give you a chance. Like if you can, they
Right.
give you
That just
multiple
placement.
chances. It's
Yeah.
it's like an hour. The math itself was an hour and a half test. I did it in an hour, and that's because I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at.
Right.
So I just guessed on
Yeah.
more than probably half of them. Because, like I said, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm a freshman dropout. I dropped out in my freshman. I completed my freshman year, and then I dropped out because my principal told me to.
Oh,
And then
Wonderful.
yeah. Well,
fuck
see,
that
I
guy.
was getting picked on a lot and I was getting beat up a lot. And then so the teachers weren't doing nothing. And then so we went straight to the superintendent and the principal. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, if you're getting beat up so much, then you must be the problem.
What
course.
the
Yeah, and then
Gross.
so Miss Goings is her name. I'll shout you out, Miss Goings. Fuck
Fuck that
you, to
lady.
be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
really.
you.
And but
Hardcore.
here's the best part: once she realized how easy it was to get rid of her problems,
Mm.
she did it to multiple other people too. I'm not the only one that she told to drop out. I was the first one, but after she
Okay.
found out how easy it
That's
was, she told a bunch of other
awful.
people to drop out, and they
Wow.
did. Now two of them are dead,
Now who's
and
the
the other
problem?
3 are in prison, and one of them, I don't know what he's up to. I haven't heard from him in a while.
That's
Hey.
so screwed up.
Yeah.
Because we know like dropout rates directly impact like where you go from there.
Yeah.
That's
You know, and then
terrible.
I was
Fuck that
supposed to
lady.
graduate in 2014, so technically I was supposed to graduate almost 10 years ago.
So you're 3
And
years younger
I
than me.
took my GED test twice before,
hmm
and the first time I did it, I was only 3 points away from passing.
Nice. Okay.
But I didn't get along with the instructor because
Ah.
we know each other personally, and we
Okay.
didn't get along with each other. So that didn't work out. The second time I did it, my grandma ended up getting surgery and nobody else was there to take care of her. So I took care of her, and the school
Yeah.
didn't like that too much. Well, school's more important. No, I beg to differ.
I hate that. I hate that. I work with
Yeah.
people who are like that, where they're like, "Oh yeah, I know your house just burned to the ground, but you're not doing your math work." And you're like,
Yep.
Excuse me."
And high school gave me permission to go home in between to take care of my mom.
Hmm.
Good. That's awesome. Hold on 1 second.
But my school before that, I was bullied
Yeah.
so bad, and eventually also told me it's better to go search for a different school because
Wow.
we are not going to be able to fix this problem. Like bullying needs
No,
to.
it's not that. It's not that you can't fix the problem. It's that you won't fix the problem.
Jesus. What did I
Yeah.
do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, after that second GED test,
I did a
it's
bad
been
thing.
about 8 to 9 years,
Yeah.
and I haven't really needed to use math. I mean, I can count money all day long, but
Right.
that's about as much math as I can get in my
That's
everyday
like
life.
more
And
math
so,
than I can handle.
well, I love money, right? I love money. Who
I
doesn't
hate
love
money.
money?
I hate
But
the
I
fact that I need
love
money.
money. So I can count
I
that shit all day long. If you put 2 million in front of me, I will count that shit. Dollar
I
by
don't know
dollar.
what I did to
hmm
But and then so other than counting money
no.
and my hobby of learning history and certain science subjects,
Yeah.
everything that I had learned went out the window.
Right. Well,
So
that's just high
Mhm.
school for you.
when it came to the pretest, I started looking at this, and I felt like I was in the middle of an African village.
Yeah.
I was lost and I didn't know where I was. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
uh,
I don't understand why there isn't like a preparation course, or is there like
Well, that's what you're doing,
for the
well,
right?
prefect?
yeah, the pretest is just to see where you're at in your
Yeah,
knowledge level.
but is
And
it before any of the course starts?
wait, what?
No, it's they do the pretest and then they place you where they think you should
Based
be.
on the
And then
Yeah.
you do
pretest.
classes and then
Yeah.
you take the GED after.
Yeah,
And the
but
pretest is the same exact thing as the GED test.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty close anyway.
okay.
Like they mix it up or mix up
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's pretty close, like you
What
said.
the heck did I do to my hair? Jesus.
But when I first started taking that pretest, I felt anger, I felt depressed, I felt dumb as hell, I felt anxiety all at the same time. I wanted to
Yeah.
walk out of that room right then and there, like, you know what?
No, I
Screw
get
this
it.
shit. But I pushed through it. I pushed through it, and I'm going to continue pushing through it because this
Good.
is something that I really want to do. I need to do it if I
Yeah.
want to pursue my dream job.
Mhm.
I mean, it ain't my
Yes.
dream job,
But
but
yeah,
it's
like
the
next
second best
steps.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What is
My
your
dream
What you
job
want
is
to do?
I wanted to join the military.
Don't do that.
Don't.
I
Like,
I
don't do that.
I wanted to
Especially
be the
now.
guy. I wanted to be the guy that would kick the door down. I wanted to be the guy that's the first one in the building.
Oh,
I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
But then depression hit and I
Yeah.
tried killing myself a few times and then they're like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Yep.
And on top
So
of that,
what's
all my
your
physical problems, not just my mental problems, my physical problems, my knee and my back, you know. So I literally cannot join the military anymore, no matter
right.
how much I try. I can't even get a desk job in the military.
Mm-hmm.
but what was your backup besides the military, or was it always just military?
I mean, it was always just military up until the last couple of years. Um, I don't know what you guys call them. I think you guys call them lorries up there, semis, trucking.
Oh yeah.
That's my second best thing, and that's currently my dream job, pretty much. I want to drive a semi truck, cross country, not just locally. I want to
Yeah.
drive cross country. I want
Get
to
a truck
live in my
cat.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes. Get a
Mm.
truck cat
I want to put a pot
or
roast
cab
on in a
dog.
crock pot while I'm driving 90 miles an hour down the freeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah. And actually, I mean, I'm sorry for you that you
Also,
had to give up what you wanted to do for so long, but I am actually really glad that you didn't end up in the military.
same here, buddy.
So this is gonna sound
No offense. I'm sorry.
this is
I just have
no,
to say.
don't be no offense or nothing like that, and don't feel sorry for nothing. You know, I came to terms with it, but this is
Okay.
gonna sound real bad. But a little part of me really wanted to join the military, just so. How can I explain it without being put in a mental hospital?
We don't care. We won't
No.
put you anywhere.
It's true.
Okay, the best way how I can explain it is I wanted to join the military because whatever happens, happens.
Right.
If I was to get shot, I'll get shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I was
friendship.
expecting such a
That
different
does make
answer.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm gonna get what I want. I'm either going to not exist anymore or I'm going to live my dream job.
Right.
Either
Yeah.
way, I get what I want.
You.
I don't know that this fits.
Yeah.
It does not. I have to take
That
this off.
makes sense.
No. I don't know that it
It-
fits the hole.
It does.
It does.
Mhm.
Like I said, that's not the best thing to say, but it is what it is. That's
Careful.
the way
There's
I
lots of
felt.
parts that come out.
What?
There's
No,
lots of parts
that's
that come
like
out of here.
Oh,
It wasn't
Just be
even
careful.
such a
it's okay.
bad
We'll do it in between.
thing.
There we go.
Ah.
I mean
But
that's a good thing to say in terms of like that's very self-reflective.
Yeah.
well,
No
I also
sponsorships.
wanted to join the military because my great grandfather, he was a tank commander. He was a commander of a Sherman tank back in
Oh,
World
wow.
War
Oh,
II.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah, I have a cousin who's been to Vietnam. He was also the first wave in Iraq, and then he did 8 more tours after that in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, and like so. It's
Like the
I
family
come from
tradition,
a
right?
law
Like,
Yeah.
background. Yeah,
Military brat.
it's well, no, not
I
necessarily
know,
a
I know, but
military
yeah,
brat, but a law
close.
brat, I guess you would say. Because if you weren't in my family, if you weren't in the military, you were a cop,
Oh,
and if
Mhm.
you weren't a cop, you were a firefighter. If you weren't a firefighter,
Mm.
you were this. You know, like no matter what, my families came from the law,
right.
yeah.
Mm.
which is very strange.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
My daddy, back in the day when I was younger, he was actually the canine unit, and
Oh,
I'm so glad he's not a canine unit now because
yeah.
if he was, our dog would be going crazy because I got weed on me all the time. I'm smelling like weed all the time.
It's funny.
I remember growing up, we had a golden retriever. Her name was Girl. That was
Yeah.
my dad's canine unit. He also had a backup canine unit. His name was Thor. But Girl was the number one.
Yeah.
And my dad, he actually had heroin, cocaine, meth, weed, you name it, he had it in the house
Uh,
at all times. And he would poke holes in the top of the little, he would get like the little baby food jars, like the Gerber
Mhm.
baby food jars.
Yeah.
And that's what he would put all the drugs in. And he would
Mm.
poke holes in the top. And to impress his friends, he'll hide them around the house and he'll have the dog search him out.
Right.
And that was also training at the same time.
Exactly.
yeah.
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 So, in other words, I've always grown up around drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Whether
just
people were
wanted to
smoking
say,
them
like,
or hiding them.
Mm-hmm.
You played hide and seek with drugs.
Yeah, we
yeah.
did. We really did.
You're like, every once in a while I found some.
I did because the dog wouldn't find it, or my dad would just leave it around. Like, do you know how many
Forget it.
times I held a kilo of cocaine in my hands
Oh my
Then I can
god.
count.
Kilo. Like,
as
that's
a
not what you
child?
need to train your dog from time to time. That's
No, I can sniff that shit out faster than the dog can. Believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to let y'all know I don't do hard drugs. I just do drugs that change my mind up. All right.
I want to
it.
try
I mean,
truffles, but I have no idea where to start. Do you know?
What?
Wait, what was the question?
Truffles?
Truffles.
You need.
Because I hear about a lot of people microdosing it and it helping for all kind of things. My
Yeah.
Oh,
PT
mushrooms.
went on a
Mushrooms.
truffle
You're talking about
ceremony.
mushrooms.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
I can tell
mushroom.
you right now from personal experience, I'm holding the bag of mushrooms as we speak. You hear
I
that?
always read like they can make
My
you
mushrooms.
hallucinate and shit, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like, what
If
if I go
if
bad?
let me tell you this from experience.
It's not that
Mushrooms,
drastic.
it's not that drastic. It's really not,
No.
unless you take a shitload of them. But if you microdose it, you would barely even feel it.
Yeah.
Like you,
Yeah,
and
I want
the
to
only thing that
experience
you would
it.
really,
If you
the only
do.
thing
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the only thing that, because this is, I take mushrooms for my antidepressants pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm microdose myself,
Yeah.
and the only thing that you would feel, like, you won't feel high or nothing. You would just feel a sense of euphoria.
I wouldn't mind
You
feeling
would
that.
feel happier. But if you really want to get deep down and dirty, yes, you need to trip some balls, and then that will really open your mind up and clarify a lot of things. The last time I tripped and smelt colors, um, it changed my life. I'm not
What
saying you
yeah.
need to
truffles
do that.
smell like?
I'm not suggesting you do that, but it is a thing. It will change your life if you trip. And if you
I
don't want
always
to
said
trip
that I
and you
wanted to
just want
do
to
it when I
microdose,
turned.
Yeah.
I always said I wanted to do it when I turned 30, but now I'm 34. I still haven't done it.
well, here's the thing.
But I'm all
This was,
into weeds, so
Yeah.
what's the difference, you know?
oh shit.
So with I don't even know how to describe it
Hey,
because I did not have a good
what are those?
experience. I just got sick.
What or what?
What are those red birds called?
Which redbirds?
Okay. Cardinals?
They're like pure red. Cardinals. Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Oh.
Nice.
I was gonna say roodborstje, but that's Dutch. Oops.
But anyway, back to the point. If you are really wanting to experiment in mushrooms, I would start with a microdose. I wouldn't trip balls if I were you. Not
Like,
only because it can be
you send me
scary,
a personal
and
message over here with some like startup ideas, like what to do?
well, in the city limits of Denver, they're legal. So is acid.
Well, in my case,
Not in Denver.
I can go to a grow shop online called Serious.nl, and I can buy everything and anything there. All my
Oh, good.
seeds to
Okay.
grow my weed, but I can also buy all the starter kits to grow my own shrooms.
That's cool.
That's what these ones are. I
The only
grew
thing
these
is,
ones
I don't know
myself.
what to get.
Golden teacher.
They're
Yeah,
called ape.
if you ever want to get really into
Start
growing
with golden
mushrooms,
teacher.
I I've got some things to offer.
Oh, my guts are
I
I
want
do
falling
to.
out of
too.
me.
I really do. And
I want to
if I
microdose.
can't answer the question,
Feeling really hot.
I got a friend that can.
Time for.
Mhm.
I want to microdose with ketamine, but that's like too rough on the
That
I
bowel.
wanna
one scares me. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
I wanna
suggested that for
try
me.
No, no, I
We
mean,
should just
what
leave
is
the
yeah,
it
Discord
called?
open. Close
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Over here, you can get
like
Ayahuasca.
ketamine
ketamine, yes,
infusions.
please.
I
Over
wanna
here, you
try
can get
ayahuasca.
ketamine infusions every 3 months, and it's covered by insurance. A lot of people with
Oh,
EDS
wow.
do it. But I'm like, that's my last resort.
It's not a
Well,
pleasant experience.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
ketamine
about
is
Yeah, no, the infusions
horrible.
is
Ugh.
another
No, thank
thing,
you.
but
I just imagine tripping balls in the hospital. Like, no, I want to do that at home.
no,
Yeah,
Right.
right?
yeah,
yeah,
you would
yeah.
much rather. And
But
if you ever
microdosing is a
do,
whole different thing. It's like with every drug or whatever, coffee, anything.
I want to tell
It
you right
depends
now from
on how
personal
you.
experience, is if you ever trip, make sure you do it on a good day, because if you're having a bad day and then you
Oh
trip,
yeah,
you're gonna have
that's
a
the
bad
same with
trip.
weed.
Hopefully you're
That's the
not like
same
me,
with weed.
because I didn't have any fun. I just got really sick.
Yeah.
You should with the
Ah,
ones that are
that's
growing
That's
right
But
personal.
now.
What?
I said hopefully
yeah,
you
I
will
want
with
to
the
try
ones that
it.
are growing
Yeah.
right now.
All right,
I
we're
want
gonna
to try
BRB.
ayahuasca.
Okay.
One sec, guys.
Hold on 1 second, guys. We're gonna end YouTube.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Bop.
Oh, I want to go here. I want to go to the YouTube. All right,
There we
YouTubes.
go. Okay. So we're gonna end the YouTube, and we're gonna leave the Discord open for you guys to keep chatting, but we need to take a break
Yeah,
because I'm gonna die and my guts are gonna fall out.
me too. Well, not the guts, but everything else. Bye.
Bye.